Shalom and welcome to Mitzvah Torah. This year is entitled The Loss of a Giant Today. Yom Revi'i, Parshat Emor, Tafshin Pei 2020. The Torah world, the Jewish world, the entire world, the academic world, has lost a giant of a person. Nachum Rabinovitz ZT one of the Gedolei Ador, certainly in the Datilumi world, one of the leaders in the Datilumi world. I think many of us are familiar with Rav Aaron Lichtenstein and Rav Soloveitchik and Rav Amital. Many of us in the shul have gone to the Gush. I don't know if everyone really knows Rav Rabinovitz like we should. Born 1928 in Canada, under the Rav Hirschberg, got Gadol back 80 years ago, received Smicha at 20. He went on to learn with one of the Gedolei Hador Nei Yisrael in the 50s, with Rav Ruderman, Zecher Tzadik Levracha. He got smicha of Rav Ruderman, married Rav Ruderman's niece, and then he went on after learning many years with Hirschberg in Canada, and then with Rav Ruderman in Nei Yisrael. He got his degree from Hopkins in math. He was a math genius, and he went on to Charleston, South Carolina, to be the Rav there, built up the community, started his first day school there. Went back to Canada. He was a Rav in Canada for a few years, continued working on his doctorate in mathematics. Had a little stay in England for a few years, where he was the head of a yeshiva there. And then he gave a shiur in the early 80s in Yeshivat HaKotel as a visiting rabbi. Rav Shilat and Rav Sabato were Talmidim in the yeshiva then, and they saw this superstar Rav, this Talmid Chacham Gadol. They never forgot him, and they invited him to come join them years later in Bechat Moshe Ma'ale Adumim to be the Rosh Yeshiva Ma'ale Adumim. He was the Rosh Yeshiva there. 1983, I think, moved in the early 80s, became the Rosh Yeshiva. They were already the heads, and they said, "We want you to be the head of the yeshiva," and he was the Rosh Yeshiva. Almost 40 years. And he looked at math in terms of Mada and Mada'im in general, science and math, and he was a genius in these areas, a doctorate in mathematics. That is all part of Chachmas Hashem, where Hashem gives us the ability to use our mind to understand His creation. And of course, to use math specifically in working out Sugyot and Torah and Shas, Sukkah, Eruvin. So he's a giant of a person, great lead in that Tilumi world. Yetz Hashem, over the next few days, we'll give over some of his Chidushei Torah, some of his Piskei Halachot. Just one example, a beautiful save for Sheila Church. Nachum, we just see Master Kol Torah and applying it to different areas of Halachet, Choshen Mishpat, Yerodei, Or Chaim, Even Ezer. A true giant. His memory should always be blessing, and his family should have.